Now you can follow me on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/UltraMaximusReviews.
Ooh, fancy!
I am Optimus Prime.
You suck.
You do realize this is probably going to be better than the movie is, right?
Cybertron Weekly is your central hub for everything Transformers.
Hello YouTube, Ultra Maximus back with another toy review, and today we're taking a look at another Transformers figure, and it's from Transformers The Last Night, and it's the Voyager Class Optimus Prime. And I was real excited to see this on the shelf because I passed it when it first came around. Unfortunately, it sold out real quick, but it did come back, so that's pretty cool. I was really interested to look at this guy. I've seen a couple reviews on him, and it just looks like a really nice Voyager take on the figure, so very, very cool. So let's just get to it and take a look at the packaging. So here we have Optimus Prime in package, and it looks pretty cool. I like it. It's Premier Edition. It says Transformers. It says Optimus Prime. It's got the Last Night logo. There's his artwork. There he is. Side of the package has this really cool picture of Optimus and a little write-up. Other side of the package has got the wraparound of the artwork. That's really about it there. Top of the package has some Cybertronian. So if you want to take a look at the artwork, very cool. I am definitely digging that. I think that's pretty neat. Here is the write-up on Optimus. If you want to pause and read that, you are more than welcome to. And then side of the package artwork. Again, if you want to look at that, it just kind of wraps around right there. And it says he's a Voyager class figure. Back of the packaging, similar to what we got on the deluxe figures, just kind of in a bigger scale. He transforms in 30 steps. Holy moly. So robot mode, truck mode, and it's got the little flag. It says, hey, Grimlock is also available, which looks like it's just a repaint of the one we got in the last version. So I passed on that guy. He just, I don't know, just, it is what it is. This at least is a new mold, I believe. So let's go ahead and get Optimus out of package and see what we think. So here we have the Voyager Class Optimus Prime out of the packaging, and I've got to say, I'm in love with this figure, and that is very strange for me to say for a Bayformer, because more often than not, they are very big disappointments. The Berserker figure was just atrocious. Barricade was much better, but I gotta say, I think this might be the best figure out of the line so far, at least the best one I've had physically in hand. You know, when I got it out, the detail on the figure, the sculpt work, all the paint application, not only on him, but his accessories, which we just don't see today in other Transformers. And, you know, the posability on the guy is just remarkable for this type of toy. And it just really shows they put a lot of effort into this figure, and it is much appreciated. Now, aside from articulation, which I will show off here in a second, the big plate gimmick on this guy is he has a sword and shield. So his shield pegs into a hole on his arms. I'm going to take this off for the moment. But yeah, I mean, love the paint apps on it. We just don't see that anymore today. And then the other thing that I just loved, didn't know it was going to have, it has a sheath for his sword hidden back there, which is very, very cool. And then the paint apps on this guy. Again, you don't see that unless you're getting a Takara figure, so I was very, very happy to see all that. But the biggest shocker on this guy is the articulation. So let's get to it. So he can look all around. He's on a ball-jointed head, which is very nice. There's a little bit of hamperage because of his shoulders there. with his mask, but that's okay. I mean, it's still got a really good range of motion. Definitely digging that. His arms have a swivel that can go up really high. These pieces are on hinges, so you can get those around there. He's got a swivel that can go all the way around at the shoulder. There's also this arm piece, but that's for transformation, but it can give you a little additional posability. He's got a swivel at the upper arm. He's got a really nice joint at the elbow. There's nothing at the hands. The waist has rotation, which is nice. This flap can move up and down, again, for some nice posability. His leg kicks up really, really high, kicks back, goes out, so he gets a lot of nice range on his legs. There is an upper leg swivel. He's got a pretty decent knee. It is hampered a little by some of the kibble on the back, but that's okay. And then there's really not much as far as his ankle goes, but again, that's okay. Everything else on this figure just really impresses the hell out of me. And I just love the fact that we get an Optimus Prime that compacts all the truck kibble down really well and can still pose. For comparison, here we have the Voyager Class Optimus Prime with the only other two Last Night figures I've got so far, the Deluxe Class Berserker and Barricade, and he's way bigger than these two cons, which is accurate. I like the size comparison between the two, and I like the color scheme between the two. He's very vibrant, very shiny, they're very dark, dull gray, so it definitely has a good versus evil vibe. So taking a closer look at the figure itself, I think the sculpt is awesome. I love the face. We get the battle mask, which I hate when they put the mouth on Prime, but I think the chest looks good. All the paint looks nice. The metallic blues and reds, the silver paints on the chest, very, very good. The truck cab collapses onto his back very nicely. It reminds me a lot of the Galvatron that we had gotten from the last series of figures, which was very well done. The paint apps on the shield and the sword, love it. We usually don't get that kind of stuff, so I was very, very impressed. But all the detail work they put into this thing and made it posable, that was just very well done. So taking a look at the midsection of the figure, again, lots of nice detail on the weaponry. The shield, very nice. It's got that light blue on there. I'm glad they didn't go with the translucent plastics this time around. The sword is the same way. I like the little skirt around his waist. The darker gray and the lighter gray go well, I think, with the look of the figure. You know, all the detail, and even those little red pieces on the back of his forearms, when you fold them out to transform, the hinges are actually little pistons, which is amazing. And you know, we get the backpack on there, but again, I don't mind that. I like how it collapses down there, and it works well for transformation. And finally, taking a look at the legs of the figure, again, lots of really good detail. I love the silver paint apps down here. I think everything pretty much folds around the legs really nicely. The feet are pretty good and bulky. They hold the figure up well. The backs of the semi-truck, or I guess it'd be the front of the semi-truck, really kind of fold well. And the sides of the truck fold nicely on the back of the legs. There is a bit of kibblage there, but you know, I think it works well and just kind of gives him a nice, big, sturdy leg and foot look that works for Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime's transformation is pretty complex. It's 30-plus maneuvers, but it works really well. It's not overly complicated, and it doesn't fall apart on you, which I'm very appreciative of. Some people have complained it's kind of a shell former because the backpack kind of expands out, but I don't really think so. I think it works pretty well, and you know, it converts into the truck pretty decently. It's definitely not something for smaller children, as I think some of the parts are kind of thin, but for someone who is you know, preteen up, this is definitely no issues at all. So let's go ahead and take a look at Optimus's truck mode and see what we think. Here we have Optimus Prime in his trailer, and oh goodness, This thing is a bear. It is complex. It really is. It's a matter of getting everything to kind of wrap around together, around the arms underneath, and it will go. It's just a matter of fidgeting with it, but it doesn't come apart. And it's funny I say that because I knocked 2 pieces off after I was transforming it, but overall I think, it came out really, really well. I love the paint aspect on it. It's very solid in this mode. It looks good. There's no parts that kind of really show. We do see a bit of the cod piece right there. We get a trailer hitch, which is nice. Everything just kind of folds up there. I mean, overall, the detail on this thing, very, very nice. The flames, we get a little molded in Autobot logo right there. Just overall, they did a good job with all the detail on this guy. And then he can store his weapons. You can put the shield on the back up here, and then there is a spot underneath to slide the sword in so that the vehicle can transport all the weaponry. For comparison, here we have the new Voyager Class Optimus Prime from the last night with the Knight Armor Optimus Prime, or two-step changer Optimus, and they look pretty interesting side by side. Both very good truck modes. I think this one just a little bit better. I wish there was a little bit more silver paint app on the front there, but overall, I think they did a good job in separating the two and making the two look like Optimus Prime at the same time. This one's a little thinner in the truck, but it is also a little bit longer in the truck mode as well. So yeah, I mean, overall they scale pretty well. I will say this one's got better paint apps on the pipes than this one does. They're just gray plastic, but overall not bad comparison between the two. Either one make a pretty good truck mode for movie Optimus. And finally, here is Optimus Prime Voyager Class with the Dark of the Moon leader trailer, and it works. It's the right height, which is nice at the wheelbase, and I think the top, it works well. It does spin around. The peg fits into the trailer hitch very nicely. It does swing around a lot, and it does roll with it. So that is very, very cool. I'm definitely digging that. I don't think I didn't even have him in the little hitch there. So yeah, I mean, that works really well. The only thing is I think it's a little bit too wide, and it's really not even that bad as far as that goes, but it's very cool to see this able to pull a trailer and just absolutely complete the Optimus Prime look and feel. So is the Voyager Class Optimus Prime from Transformers The Last Night something you want in your Transformers collection? I'm going to say yes. Even if maybe you're not a Bayformer fan, I think that this represents the film series Optimus Prime really well from what we've seen so far in this movie. The attention to detail, very nice. It looks like a Bayformer, but it still looks Transformerish to me, unlike some of the other characters, so I really do appreciate that. The paint detail alone on this toy is worth picking up. It really has more of a Takara feeling than it does a Hasbro to me. So we get all kinds of nice metallic paints, lots of attention to detail to paint everywhere on the figure, including the accessories. So that's really nice. And then to top it all off, it poses really well. There's a lot of posability to the figure, a lot of articulation, and it transforms. The cab kind of all comes together, and it works. It works well for me, and I'm just really appreciative of that. So, I think overall this is definitely one of the better figures for Transformers of 2017. So there he is, Optimus Prime from Transformers The Last Night.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share, like us on Facebook, and look for more videos in the future.